Okay, a few more comments on our hand techniques. The most important thing we want to do with our hands is develop our speed. All right, we want those strikes to be just like a snap. Okay, there's two ways we do that. The first is with our that breathing that we talked about back during a chapter on breathing techniques. Well, we didn't mention then, but the other benefit of using the S-I-S-S is that we do that sharply. Okay, the sharper that we can do this, the sharper our hands will go. So to develop good hand speed, okay, do that with your strikes. That'll make your hands move faster and sharper. The other thing to do to develop hand speed is never wind up. Okay, on all my punches, they come off a direct line. Okay, I never wind up on a straight jab, hook, uppercut. Okay, I never wind up. If I go to wind up, I'm tipping off my opponent that a punch is coming, which leads to our elbows. When you're in your stance, keep the elbows in. Okay, for two reasons. Number one, you got to protect your ribs. Okay, if the elbows are out, your ribs are exposed, and you have no protection on your ribs. You don't want to get hit in the ribs. Okay. The other thing is, if you keep your elbows in, you offer less contrast to your opponent. Well, when the elbows in, okay, they don't see the punch coming as soon as they do when they're out. When the elbows are out, they gain that split second to see a punch coming. Okay. So I want to camouflage those techniques by keeping my elbows in. All right. The other thing is that when you're punching, guard your face with your non-punching hand. All right. So if I'm going to do a jab, straight, hook, uppercut, okay, hide behind a non-punching hand. All right. Another common thing that beginners do is that when they throw a punch, they drop their non-punching hand. All right. Especially if they're doing a roundhouse kick, they'll come down. I mean, I'll watch students do that in class, and I have to correct it. All right, you want to keep your non-punching hand up whenever you're doing your strikes and your kicks. That kind of goes with, you know, hiding behind the non-punching hand. But a common thing that you'll do is when you go to do a punch, especially the hook, I see that's when you're liable to drop your hand. You don't want to do that. Okay. The other thing is if you're in a test, and you know, for class, your karate class or whatever, and you're wearing a black gi, try to keep all your colors the same. In other words, right now I'm wearing a black gi, so if I'm going to be going into a serious match, a test, you know, I'll keep everything black. Headgear black, my gloves black, so that my opponent has less things to contrast off, so I can gain those split seconds when it comes to making my techniques work. Okay, a few more comments on our kicks. Just like our hand technique, we want our kicks to be sharp. Okay, and we do that in a similar way. So it's, you notice that S-I-S-S. Okay, if we do a quick, our kicks will follow suit and be quicker. So it's, okay, I'm going to do a roundhouse kick. Right. If I do that quick, okay, it gives me the benefit of the breathing techniques we talked about earlier, plus it makes my kicks quicker. And then for me, it also helps me get my kicks higher. Okay, so it's, right? My body kind of follows what I do with my mouth. All right. The other way to make our kicks more effective is to chamber high sooner. Okay. Let's go back here. We were talking about kicks before. Okay. Now remember, like on a front snap kick, there's that four parts: the chamber, kick, chamber, down. Okay, so chamber, kick, chamber, and down. Okay, now I want to have a real fast front snap kick because that's a kick I use to get my opponent off of me. If I have an opponent that's crowding me a lot, I do that front snap kick just to push them back. But I have to do that real fast because, as I said, the opponent's always charging. So to do that, I need to chamber higher, sooner. So I'm going to chamber. So you don't want to be sluggish with your chamber. That chamber's got to be high and quick. The quicker my knee is on that chamber, the quicker my kick will be. All right. Another thing to do to make your kicks more effective is to keep your body upright when you're doing the kick. Let me take this back down. Now, my flexibility is terrible. So whenever I do a kick, I tend to lean back. which is like holding a sign up to my opponent saying, I'm going to kick you, because it just tips him off. So what I have to work on is keep myself forward, upright when I'm doing a kick. In other words, my natural inclination is to lean back so I can get my leg up higher. But what I work on when I'm doing this workout, I try to keep my upper body upright, even leaning forward. Get that chamber up high, and doing that. So I develop a nice, quick front snap kick. That's important. I use that a lot to keep someone off of me. That just keeps coming in, coming in, coming in. All right? I can only move around so much. After a while, I want to just push them back. All right? So use that to make your kicks sharper. All right? Stay upright when you're doing your kicks, especially in a workout. All right? And get a nice, quick chamber. Okay? That'll make your kicks more effective.